Yeah, check out the background.
Check out the background. So, obviously, one of the first things that we need to talk about, something that, I don't know, I kept forgetting to mention in the last video was, dude, when it's late, you gotta tell, like, your mom to stop calling me.
Yeah, I was close. I stopped myself.
You almost cursed?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Behind the Glass. That video we did a video previously about guns. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Didn't post.
Audio on it was trash. Yeah. How do you feel like you look under this lighting, Skis?
Lighting's good. Yeah, it's not like too bright. It's not dark, right?
No. Easy money. I think we can live like this for a while. Like kings. Hey. I want to welcome you to the show. Let me see if I can get this right.
Oh, what? You got like laugh tracks?
Wait, yeah, hold up. Hold up. Whenever Skis says something now.
What else is on there?
Here we go. Clap for Skis, everybody. Everybody give Skis a hand. And then this is for when Skis says anything that's sad. I can program stuff. I got a PodTrack P4 is what it's called.
Corner one.
This one is like just like cheap ghetto intro music. It's like Maury music. Hey. Yeah, dude, you could program anything you want into it. I wish I could show you guys on camera. It's PodTrack P4 Zoom. Just something I'm fiddling around with, but I freaking love this thing. Dude, I was watching...
Someone give you the idea, or you find it on your own?
Best Buy, son. You ever been to Best Buy?
No, we don't got that kind of luxuries around here.
Your mom has those kind of luxuries.
Yeah.
Can we quit?
Take your mom to my town.
Nah, man. Let's take it easy, all right? Dude, I was listening to this podcast. Do you know anything about Gaddafi?
No.
Damn it. I don't either. I just know, okay, I'm going to do my research on Gaddafi, but he's apparently this general over in the Middle East somewhere, something like that. He was running things for a while. He finally got captured by the people over there that he was running. And, God, man, there's this video online of them torturing this dude. Like, they have him. It's they got him in the back of this pickup truck. They're you know how when they catch people over in the Middle East, everybody's got their AK-47s and they're shooting off in the air. I can actually do gunshots on this, but I didn't program it. But they're like all around him shooting off these guns. He's sitting in the back of this pickup truck just bloody, like beaten down. Apparently some dude had come up behind him before and took a knife. There's images of this. They took a knife. He's standing up, shoved it up his, shoved it up his back side.
Oh, the back hole. Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's just, but the video itself, the only reason I'm telling the story is the video itself. Like that has got to be the most terrifying thing in the world. When you are surrounded, he's just one dude sitting on the back of a pickup truck. He's surrounded by this mob of people who's there. They're all like reaching in, trying to like torture him a little bit. You know, everybody wants to get a little piece, you know, like rip off a fingernail or like stab him or something. They're holding him in the back of this pickup truck. His face is just covered in blood and dirt. And he's got this look on his face like, dude, it's such a terrified look on his face. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like,
they got to get their trophies, I suppose.
God, man. Yeah, his balls were their trophies. I just can't imagine being tortured by a whole group of people, you know? Like, the way they're all screaming around you and stuff. It's like when you see chimps, when they surround, like, they kick out another chimp out of the group, and they surround around him and start, like, tearing off his like, balls and his... They're like taking bites out of his legs and stuff and like ripping. Oh, it's disgusting, man. I don't know why that popped into my head, but I just remembered it from this week when I was listening to that. It's just terrible. I'm going to actually have to go and now do some real research on the subject so I can actually know who Gaddafi really was. Oh boy, I like this sound thing. Turn up my mic a little bit there. Now I can hear myself. So, what's been going on with you, man? What's your life like?
Yeah,
I wish I had crickets on this thing. I could play
man,
that.
where do you start?
Yeah, where do you
life
start?
is real going great these days, right?
Come on, man. That's a damn lie, and you know it. Why don't you?
All things going on, you know.
No, why don't you tell these people the
home,
truth?
Working with my kid on his car. That's about it. Trying to get his license.
Yeah, how old is he?
He'll be 15 on the 9th.
When's the legal age to get your driver's license?
You can get at 15. So next week.
That's kind of an really amateur age to have your license, isn't it?
I don't know. When did you get yours?
17? No, it must have been 16.
Yeah. I think it was 15 or 16 for me, but I don't remember. But yeah.
What are the statistics on kids getting into accidents versus adults? Like pre-18, what are the statistics of like those kids and adults? I know their insurance rates are higher, but
I'm sure it's not good. I guess I don't know the statistics.
I don't know any kids that have been in any wrecks. I know adults who have. What's the deal with that? That's odd. Yeah, maybe they are good drivers.
You don't know a lot of kids, maybe.
God, I hope not. Disclaimer, I do not know a lot of kids.
But yeah, interesting. Well, you see like the stuff going on with the planets in the sky right now with like what is it, Jupiter, and they're going to make like a Christmas, it's like the planets like meet up and it's going to create like a bright star. It's I think this week coming up here pretty soon. You can see them in the sky at like night.
It's gonna. What did you say about a Christmas? What?
They call it like the Christmas star because like the two planets. It happens like every 500 years or something like that. And the two planets are going to line up, and then you can see them like above the moon at night. Now they're kind of spread apart. They're slowly getting closer together, and one of them's really bright, but there are two planets, and they're going to line up and create like a bright star.
Which planets? Do you know? Uranus?
You'd have to check, I guess. No.
Dude,
man, I was going to say a Gaddafi joke, but I didn't.
Don't do it, man. We're probably already going to get this video kicked off YouTube. It is what it is. Oh, man. So, yeah, I saw that on the moon just as I was driving back here from out east last night. There's this line. It's like I saw three different
I think
really
that's Orion's belt. But like right above the moon to like the left, there's two stars. Well, they're not stars, they're planets. But it's I suppose the sun reflecting off them. I
was thinking about the moon last night. I was driving. The moon was like right up, almost right in my front windshield. So huge. I have a question about the moon. Okay. Now I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. I'm nobody. I don't know anything about the planets. I wish I had something to like. Let's pretend. Okay.
I know for I'm pretty sure one of them is Jupiter for sure. I just don't know the other planet.
This is
Saturn.
Hey, this is where I get confused. Right? Is the moon is smaller than the Earth? Right?
Yeah.
Considerably, or just smaller?
It's smaller. I guess I don't know exact sizes.
So the moon last night was on like a crescent. It was like a crescent moon. You could barely see any of it. Well, I mean, you could, but it's small, right?
Yeah. And
it made sense, right? The way they describe it to you, it makes sense that the sun, or we're going around the sun, right? Is that how that works?
All planets revolve around the sun.
We're revolving around the sun, okay? So as we're going around the sun, is it the Earth that casts a shadow on the moon and creates that crescent at a certain part of the year? I
think it's just the way the like sun hits the moon, like what direction it's hitting it from.
Right, but it's nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with the Earth casting a shadow.
The moon like revolves around the Earth, right?
Right.
So it all depends on where it's at on Earth and how the sun's like hitting it at a different angle. It's all like angles, right?
Yeah. It's just mind blowing to me how does it stay lit? at night when there's no sun visibly like shining towards it. It's pitch black, right?
Well, the sun is shining towards it. It's just on the other side of the earth.
Is it? I can't see it though. It's dark out. This is probably the dumbest conversation in the world, but I couldn't. I need to dig into that a little because I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I understand we're revolving around the sun. The earth is spinning. The moon is going around us. It's weird that there's always light hitting it. Especially if the earth is larger than the moon.
Well, technically light's always hitting the earth. But it's at a certain distance. Like we're on the other side. The sun's like behind us, but it's still casting light over the top of the earth. Right?
So then wouldn't the sun have to be, or wouldn't the moon have to be larger to grab some of that? Because if the moon is smaller and hiding behind the earth, the sun is over here casting light, it would disperse past the moon, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, I need answers here. Explain this to me.
Light does crazy things, right?
God, how does light travel in space? Doesn't it just go everywhere? Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, even the sun like is on like a revolution. I was watching the thing on about the sun even like slowly is spinning, but it's like in a really small like tight circle, so it's like never moves.
Yeah.
But gravity's like holding it there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Freaking mind-blowing. All I remember thinking about was I want to go to the moon.
You got to check out the scientist. I was reading about him. I read a story. A guy come out. He's an Israeli scientist. Comes out about aliens.
Oh, jeez.
So type in Israeli scientist. Aliens, I think.
Wait. None of that was correct.
Former, yeah, there you go. Security chief. Read that story. It's pretty crazy. I don't know.
NBC News?
Wow.
Former Israeli. Oh, for God's sake.
Man, I was able to read it on my phone, I guess, without.
Here we go. Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. Didn't Trump say he wasn't convinced when they asked him about aliens? He said, I'm not convinced, or something like that.
Well, this guy's name is Haim Esht, I think is how you say it. But he's like a renowned scientist, and he's like renowned in like universities and has his degrees. Like, why would he want to tarnish his whole life work? That's what I'm curious about, coming out and saying stuff like that. Why would he just like blow it?
Well, didn't the NSA? Didn't they release a bunch of alien stuff now?
Well, you got they're spending money on like the government's spending more money. They're making like a department to like look more into it.
Well, the government released files, right? Most of the alien or extraterrestrial life files were unlocked. Maybe I'm an idiot.
I don't know.
Right? Okay.
The story. I mean, the guy says a lot of stuff. I mean, he sounds like legit.
Says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. A quote-unquote galactic federation has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand what space and spaceships are. How do you pronounce that? Haim
Esht.
Haim Esht said. I've heard that name before.
Yeah, there's a big story about it, but...
Huh. Humanity is not ready yet, he says. Oh, dear God.
I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. I mean, he could be crazy. I don't know. He might be wrong. He might be right. But who says, like... I mean, who knows? I mean, he seems pretty, like, convinced himself, you know?
Says he's a respected professor and retired general. Eshed said the aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the fabric of the universe.
That's this was just posted a week or two ago.
No, don't play it.
No.
At some point, I'm going to have this computer hooked up so we can hear it through all of this. But
can we play stuff like that?
Well, no, I'll mute it and you.
It's okay if we like look and read about stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
I mean, it's made to the public.
No. Yeah, this is ABC News, I believe.
NBC, but
yeah.
I'm not going based off like which news channel it is. I mean, I'm more interested in the story, I guess. It's something crazy to read about.
We have to worry about the news.
Well, somewhat, yeah.
Could be fake news, right?
It could be, but I mean, the news came out of Israel. A different paper like interviewed him before like NBC published it.
Right.
So
I am crazy into aliens. My God, I'm into aliens. If I could, I don't know, if I could catch one. Hey, turn your phones off. Ooh. Taylor, buddy, if you're watching the show, this is you. I can't answer right now. I'm professional.
Does he watch your show?
No.
Have you even told him?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you better.
I'm gonna tell him now. But
like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. Oh yeah, we gotta discuss. Before we do that, at the end of this video, we're gonna talk about our logo and all that we're doing. But before we do that, I just wanted to continue talking about the aliens, man. Yeah, I'm super into aliens, big time, 120%.
I'm just interested in the story because it's like a renowned guy. It's not some like crazy kook that lives in his mom's basement, you know.
There's a couple of renowned guys that like pilots. What's the famous pilot who filmed one with his radar in his aircraft?
I don't know the pilot. I just know the one guy too, the older guy back in like the 80s, right?
Yeah, that guy.
I can't remember his name.
Obviously,
right off the top of my head.
Can't remember his name. Whatever. I'm not going to look it up, but should we look it up?
I'm trying to think of his name. I'm trying to see if I could. Why I can't. He wasn't a pilot. He worked at Area 51 the other day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Lazar, something. Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Bob Lazar, yeah, he was, dude, that guy's story is incredible. There's also another story about a guy who got abducted in this little town somewhere. His friends watched him get abducted. They were driving down the road. This craft comes down in these trees. He jumps out of the truck. His friends are screaming at him to come back. He runs over to this craft. He said he was thinking it was going to take off, but it didn't. It stopped, started making this noise. He hid, and then he like got up, started running back towards his truck, and it zapped him or something. Then he woke up. He was on this craft, he says. And this is all like, this is like one of the most...
They made a movie based off this one, I believe,
exactly.
Right? I think it's like Fire in the Sky or something.
Yeah. And that's one of the more like easily, well, you can, it's almost provable, you know, like you can't really say too much that it's not true, I guess. There hasn't been much to say it's not true.
See, the thing that bothers me about that is like, it's just somebody. I'm not saying this guy isn't just another guy, but like this guy's worked his whole life to like make a name for himself. Like, why
Bob
come
Lazar?
out? Well, this guy, this Israeli space chief, the Haimesh, and then come out and say this. Like, why? What does he have to gain from it except to make his ruin his name?
I don't know, but it's crazy. We got to join Space Force, bro.
Well, you see their new name?
No,
they're calling the Guardians.
That's the Space Force changed it to the Guardians. Who? The Air Force? Does the Air Force control that? Right?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, no. It's its own. Space? It's its own branch now. That's
kind of Hollywood, isn't it?
I don't know, man. It's pretty sweet though. I mean, it sounds cool. It sounds better than Space Force.
Guardian
Space Force sounds like a TV show. Like, welcome to Space Force.
Yeah, it does. I always thought that was cheesy as hell.
Guardian sounds a little cooler.
U.S. Space Force members are now Guardians. That's space news. Huh. That's crazy. I don't know anything about space news, so whoever is listening to this, take it with a grain of salt. But, I mean, this story can't be fake, right? The members of the U.S. Space Force finally have a name, Guardians. Mike Pence revealed the name December 18th at the South Court Auditorium. All right, cool.
I don't know. It's just hard not to fathom that there's not something like in the whole universe.
Dude, there's a picture. A crystal clear photograph of a UFO that the government has right now that was taken by pilots. It was like coming up out of the ocean or something. And everybody's trying to get the whoever's in control of that photograph or those few photographs. It just recently happened. Like, I don't know. I think it was like this month, like this thing kind of broke. But yeah, there's an actual, you know how all UFO photography is grainy and blurry and black and white and trash.
Your old stuff. Yeah, even the new stuff is, I guess.
Well, yeah, but this one, they're saying now they have a crystal clear image of a UFO. It was like coming up out of the ocean or something. Pilots got the picture. Some other people took the picture. And someone has control of it and won't release it. I want to see that so bad. I don't want to be abducted by aliens, but I would love to get aboard a ship. So I don't know. Or capturing it. No, that was one of the things they said. They're usually not violent, you know. They try not to be, is what it seems like.
Well, that's what that one Israeli guy says too, that they're too we're not ready, there'd be too much like mass chaos. What was that?
Nothing, man. Yeah, well, hey, that was something I wanted to discuss. How much time do we have? Because I don't want this to run more than half an hour. Okay, we're good. That was one thing that, God, what was my train of thought? Oh, yeah. They were like, we don't want the public to freak out, right? That's always the thing. Seriously, here's a serious question. What is the public gonna do? Like, if they're like, okay, there's aliens. We have pictures. We probably have some spaceships. We're testing them and stuff. What's really going to happen? Like, what are they afraid that humans are going to do? We're going to like, what? We're just going to be like, oh, that's cool. We want to see. Yeah. Like, what are we really going to do?
Yeah, but not everybody.
What are they
will
afraid
be like
of? Like,
well, I suppose religious purposes.
What? Wouldn't that prove a little bit of religious stuff? Don't they enjoy the Catholic Church and their influence? That would probably boost the Catholic Church quite a bit.
I guess I don't know how certain religions would look at that like situation, I guess.
I mean, they're angels and demons, man. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. The whole thing about how the public's going to freak out, I think more or less it's a military strategy than telling us it's the public's going to freak. Like, what are we really going to do? We're already making movies about it. We're just hyped. Like, what do they think people are going to do? That's my question. They're not going to do anything. We're going to be like, great, that was really cool. Let's see the pictures at least. Then we can keep living our lives, keep testing it. You know, build us something cool.
Well, like I said, I was talking to Dave about it too. Dave come out and he said, like, you say you'd almost have to bring like one with you on TV to like even prove it, because you'd still have your like doubters.
Well, they don't have any live ones. You know, they probably have ships. I think they have crafts.
Well, I'm saying based on if this guy says that there's still like a galactic federation.
Oh.
He talks about there being a base like on Mars and stuff.
Ooh, God, that's so...
And he says like the citizens on this planet have already been there.
Like Elon Musk? He's never been to Mars yet. We've sent a rover.
Well, he's trying to send ships up now to to make it there. Is this what he's building? Yeah.
I don't believe that humans have been to Mars yet. There's no way. That's what this guy said, that Israeli general. Humans have been to Mars?
Yeah, they've already been there and met them.
I have doubts we've even been to the moon yet.
But if they exist, did they take them there and then bring them back?
Maybe. They would have had to, right? From what I hear, it takes 6 months? It takes a long time to get to Mars. I think it's more than 6 months. I might be thinking about the moon.
Like I said, I don't know what to believe. It's interesting.
It is interesting. Alien talks. I wasn't expecting this podcast to go that direction, but here we are.
To talk about in general.
No, we never have anything to talk about. That's the beauty of this show. Yeah. Welcome to Behind the Glass, ladies and gentlemen. We have a logo. Finally. Now I gotta get it copyrighted. I discovered the difference between copyrighted and trademark recently. If you want to trademark something, it needs to be something that you are using in trade. You have to prove that before you get the trademark.
Makes sense.
So we have to be selling, I think, the shirts and stuff before we can get it trademarked.
So you have to do both then if you were selling stuff.
We can copyright it right now. And copywriting protects a specific kind of a not ordinary logo or name. You know, like Starbucks has a copyright on their logo. But if we just had a logo, if we just had Behind the Glass written in words, you can't copyright that. More than likely, they're not, because that's just a normal phrase, you know? It's the legal world. It's got to be something special. We've got something special.
Well, somebody might already have it too, so you'd have to put an LLC on it.
Right. But we've got that coming. I'm going to try to get some shirts made and stuff. We're going to be repping the brand. And once we get that made, I'm going to link and let you guys know who our graphics design was.
So here's a question. If we just copyright it and somebody sees it, does the copyright protect them from selling it? Or do you have to do both?
It protects, yeah. If it's copyrighted, hold up. I need to make sure we're not running out of time. What was your question? If it's copyrighted,
can somebody take our stuff and sell it?
No, they can't.
Because you said it has to be trademarked to sell, so I was wondering if they can, like, if there's other way. Copyright just means they can't take it, right?
Copyright protects that design that we've created.
All
So
right.
yeah, they wouldn't even be able to make that design to sell it. As far as I know, I'm not a lawyer, but we're gonna do the best we can. I think we're digging a little too much into it, just because we have no clue what we're doing. I don't think it's as big of a deal, but I'm definitely freaking out about it. I'm like, no, I can't even let you guys see the logo because, I'm afraid you're gonna steal it. So, but anyway, it's gonna be soon. Tell your mom stop calling me. We're gonna get through this, man. I would love to talk more about these. That's gonna maybe be in our next one. Tiny homes, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to buy one and live in it. All right. Anything else you want to say?
I love your mom, man.
Jesus crying out loud.
Weak.
That's cheap. I know. I'm going to program some new sounds into there. But I can mute you, actually.
What?
Yeah. How's that make you feel? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Behind the Glass. Like, subscribe, share it. Me and Skis are out of here now. And cut.